Hey guys, how's it going? So, during my morning walk through the dystopian wasteland that's my neighborhood, I got to thinking about all the different Kenner aliens. So I called up some of your favorite Star Wars YouTubers to help me make the coolest, most inconsistent, badly substantiated list ever. So let's start off with Tweedledum and Tweedledee. Yeah, I couldn't tell them apart, I couldn't remember their names. Honestly, I didn't see the point of these figures. They seemed like lazy characters. Put a mask on, silly coat, go be a henchman. I mean, they're supposed to be background characters, scene fillers, but for some reason they have names, they have their own figures, and other cool characters didn't get a figure. Actually, it just occurs to me that they're all aliens. None of these figures are originally from Earth, so yeah, I guess all of them are aliens, even Luke, Han, Ben. But let's keep this list down to the non-humanoid sentients. And because that's quite a mouthful, especially for a Dutch guy who still sometimes struggles when pronouncing his own name, bear with me as I call these guys the aliens. Anyway, before we move on to the next, let's ask Evan from Mighty Jabba's collection what his pick is.
Thanks for asking, Graham. Jabba is, of course, my all-time favorite Kenner alien, but I also really like the Amanaman figure. It's just so bizarre looking, but also really well executed. Lots of nice detail here. And especially I like his staff with its shrunken heads on it. Really kind of an interesting and gruesome choice for a kid's toy, but that mismatch is part of why I like it.
Thanks, Evan. That's... Wait a minute. Did he say favorite? His favorite figure? Man, that's not... Okay, let's just ask David.
Graham, my favorite Kenner alien figure. I know. It's got to be this guy. Right here from Jabba's Palace, Klaatu. Now this guy is special to me because I didn't have many villains as a kid in my collection, and this is one that I had, so I used him for everything to fight all our heroes. So that's my favorite one from my collection. Just purely sentimental nostalgia.
Favorite figure? What's with all these optimistic, upbeat hippie collectors? Let's try CJ.
Here, my least favorite Kenner alien has got to be this guy. I mean, sure, he's fun looking, but he looks kind of like a camel with 3 eyes, and his name is Ree's 3 eyes. I mean, come on. I know that's not technically Kenner's fault, but come on. His hands are like giant meat hooks. You can't really do anything with them except hold this thing, which is this a gun? Is this a gun? I don't even know what this is. Anyway, he's funny looking. He fits right in with the aliens in Jabba's palace, but kind of a crappy figure.
That's more like it. Hate that Reese, horrible figure. I wish I only had 10 of them. Only 9 or 8 max. Definitely wish I had no more than, let's say, 7. Thanks, Funky, that I knew I could count on you. But now that Evan has brought up the Amanaman, he's actually my next pick. Just because the way I felt when I first encountered him in the store. He was such an odd creature, such a strange shape, way too large for the whole Kenner line. I actually remember doing a double take in the store, trying to figure out if this was maybe some kind of look-alike figure or something another company was trying to slip in. He just didn't look like he belonged. On the other hand, I have grown to love him over the years, and I'm pretty happy that I added him to my collection for what I think was around maybe 7 guilders at the time. But he'll sit at my number 3 spot just because of the way he made me feel when I was a little kid. But I can't really move forward with this list, or even with life in general really, if we don't know what Neil's pick is. So let's just go and ask Neil what his least favorite Kenner alien is.
Man, I don't get this guy. What's going on with him? I don't get it. What is he? Oh, hey, Graham. How's it going, man? So my least favorite Kenner alien has to be Nim Num. Look at this guy. He doesn't even know what he is. He's got squid eyes and taco face, and he's stealing Han Solo's look with the vest, rocking some red jumpsuit. What is going on with him? I've got a soft spot for him though, Look at Nim Num.
Yeah, I have a soft spot for him too, actually. I like that weird, almost translucent red. And he's actually one of the 2 figures that I got as a mail away, as a reward for cutting up all those card backs that now probably would be worth millions of dollars, conservatively speaking. So it's either like the guy or admit you spent your childhood destroying all the wrong property. No way, man, not me. I destroyed all of the right things. Which brings me to my number 2, Chief Chirpa. Just because we had so many Ewoks, or at least Ewoks that were very hard to tell apart. It's one thing to have a Wicket and a Logray and a T-Bow, but Chirpa and the rest of the gang, after 40 years, I still can't remember their names or features. Also, Chirpa for some reason is everywhere. Every bargain bin in every vintage store in every country seems to be infested with them. It's like they multiply. I might actually get into trouble over this one. Let's just quickly ask Richard his opinion.
Well, Graham, my favorite Kenner aliens are the Ewoks. They are so cute.
Yep, thought so. Okay, well, I guess Wicket is pretty cute, true, but I'm still not sold on the Chief. But let's switch to TikTok and see what opinions are over there. Let's see what Nez wants to take a look at with regards to the worst Kenner aliens.
Let's take a look at Walrus Man. Come on, Kenner designers, are you trying to tell me that you thought this was a good representation of this?
Good point, good point. And what does Australia say?
Well, Graham, my favourite alien would have to be the Jawa because of the infamous vinyl cape, cloth cape versions. You can see right here.
What, we're back to this? Ryan, help me out, man.
And I don't even dislike this one, it's just because it's my least favourite, but I still love it. That is Klaatu. Well, particularly this Klaatu, because we already had one. A really good one with a soft goods cape, and this one I don't really feel like added a lot. Like, it's still a cool figure, but I kind of would have rather had one of the other guards.
That's true, there are no real duds, just least favorites. And my least favorite alien has to be Hammerhead. It's not that I don't like the design is great. And it's not that I don't like the sculpt or the colors, they're great too. No, what makes me uneasy about this one, especially late at night, is that look in his eyes. He looks at me as if he not only knows what I did, but is going to do something about it. Whenever I look at him, I can see he knows what I got up to in 7th grade. He knows how, he knows why, he knows where the body is buried. Figuratively, of course, where the figurative body is buried. Or is that literal? I always get those two mixed up. But surely someone agrees with me. How about Joey from the Padawan Collector?
My favorite Star Wars alien is Hammerhead. Mostly because I saw Elliot playing with him in the movie E.T.
This is Hammerhead.
And I've liked him ever since.
You see, I can always count on Joe. He can... Oh, wait a minute. No, wait. Did he say favorite? Joe, you're killing me here. We can't end on this note, so what should we do? Let's go over to Dave from VTR.
My least favorite alien. If only it could be you. Sorry, Reese. Just can't get over those big hands. And when I was younger, your face just reminded me of a spider. Can't deal with that. So I wish it could be you, though.